What's up, everyone? Adrian Morrison here, and I want to welcome you to the Profit Power Hour. I'm stoked to have you here. We do these every single Tuesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern, so that's right now if you're watching. Everybody should be able to see the welcome screen right now. So we're giving away cash money tonight. We always give away free money every single week. And then just, we show this every week, and I kind of go over for everybody that's new what's on this screen. On the right-hand side is going to be my social media, so make sure you follow me everywhere. And then on the left-hand side, we're going to have tools that we typically use in our Shopify store for coupons and supercharging our Facebook ads and whatnot. So you can go to each of those links and you can see little presentations and demos on what each of those does. And then from time to time in webinars, we will use these tools, and I'll give you like a more in-depth overview on everything. We have a lot of new members here this week. Last week, we had a ton of new people get enrolled into our Ecom Quick Start course. A lot of people moved forward into the Ecom Success Academy program. So I want to congratulate those of you that are new for taking a step forward and joining this amazing community. And as part of your membership, you get these weekly webinars with me whereby I show you new strategies that are relevant right now, that work right now, that can help you in your business and hopefully help you achieve success, right? And this is our welcome screen. By the way, if you don't yet have a Shopify store and you want to start a Shopify store, which you should if you're on my webinar, it's probably something you're interested in. If you go to the link at the top, shopify.com/Adrian Morrison, that is my partner link with Shopify, and that way you're tagged under me and you can get a free trial on Shopify for, I think it's like 14 days right now. So definitely get started with your Shopify store. And I think what I'm going to show you all tonight is really going to help a lot of you that are new and a lot of you that are stuck. Just if you're stuck right now and you're trying to find products to sell and ramp up for Q4, this is going to be a webinar I really think you're going to enjoy. So I'm going to go ahead and see if I can get my webcam on real quick. Let's see which one comes on there. And what's up, everybody? Can everybody see me? Just say yes in the questions box if you can see me, so we can verify that. I need a haircut really bad. It's been a minute since I've had one. Since quarantine has started, I have not gone and gotten a haircut all year. My mom has actually cut my hair twice, and that's it. So it's time for another haircut. So I'm either wearing a hat lately or I just don't even try to do my hair at all. But I'm excited to be here. I'm excited to have you here. And tonight what we're going to be doing is we're going to be talking about a new strategy that I use and that I've seen other people using that can really help you get to that point where you can find a product that actually works before, right, everyone else in the world has dominated that product and saturated that product if it's a trending product, right? Now, of course, there's always going to be waves of trending products that come and go. They get big and then they kind of fizzle down. And we've spoken about that on our previous webinars. And then there are going to be evergreen products that just simply always work. So we always kind of talk about those. But recently we've talked about the profit wave, right? Finding products that they're trending right now and then surfing that profit wave while it's really big. And since we did that webinar a couple of weeks ago, people have been asking me, Adrian, I want to learn more about finding trending products, right? You've always taught how to find evergreen products, but I want to learn more about how do I find trending products and continue surfing those profit waves for those big cash grabs, because it is nice to get a big influx, right, of sales in your business. And tonight's webinar theme is going to be, strategy, a quick strategy that you can implement to help get to $100 per day. Now, of course, I can't guarantee anybody's going to make $100 a day from this, but my main goal when I launch a new product is immediately get that product to $100 a day. Let me take a sip of my water real quick. Okay, so get that product to $100 a day. If I can do that fairly quickly, then I know I can scale it to 250 a day, and then I can scale it to 500 a day, so on and so forth. So if it hits 500, if it hits 100 bucks out of the gate, I know that I probably have something with some scalability. All right, so what I want to do now is, before we go into that, we want everybody to go into our Profit Power Hour group. And that is at facebook.com/groups/ProfitPH. And I want you to tell everybody to hop on the webinar before it fills up, because typically about 5 to 10 minutes in is when we hit near max. People tend to show up late. Actually, lately, honestly, lately, people have been showing up early. But typically, historically, people show up about 10 minutes late. So just go to our Facebook group, tell everybody to hop in the webinar right now, because I'm going to show you a quick strategy to find products that can quickly hit $100 a day in sales. And there is a science behind this. There is, there's a strategy behind this, right? This isn't necessarily magic, but what it is a formula that we use to find products that we feel have a high probability of generating sales and hitting at least 100 bucks in a day in a 24-hour period of time, right? So that is the main goal. So go to facebook.com/groups/ProfitPH. Now, if you are not currently a Profit Power Hour member, of the community, of the group, if you're on this webinar, you're qualified to be in the group. Just make sure that you go to that URL and you apply to be in the group. There's just 2 or 3 questions that you have to answer. And right now, like, we have 9 pending requests. We go through those every 24 hours. So give us some time. We have 17,900 members in this community. Now, I know that there are, big Shopify groups and Amazon groups and whatnot that have 60,000 members, 100,000 members. We did not want to do that. What we wanted to do is build a community, a group of people that are action takers, not just people that are, tinkerers and, just curious. These are real people that are really doing Shopify, that are really doing e-commerce for the last 5 years, some of them. And that's why this group is a higher quality group. That's why we hold people to a higher standard and make sure that they're a real member of one of my trainings before they get in the Facebook group. So if you're a member of one of my trainings or one of our Shopify apps, you're qualified to be in the group because you're actually doing something, right? So no trolls and no just stupid stuff, real value inside of this group. So make sure that you go there and just post one time, remind everybody, yo, hop on the Profit Power Hour. Adrian's showing you this new strategy today that they use to find products quickly with the goal of hitting $100 a day in sales. And from there, beyond $100 per day. All right, so go ahead and do that right now. Again, if you are a new member and you want to follow up with the previous webinars that I've done the previous weeks, all you have to do is log into your accessadrian.com account, find the Profit Power Hour card under My Courses and Software, click on that. It's going to bring up this members area, and you can just go back and you can watch the webinar replays. So you can go to 2020 replays and you can see what we did last week. I gave away a blueprint on how we automate things, and it's a big deal in Q4 for us. So you can just kind of go back and watch everything. And when you're doing that, make sure that you hover over this image at the top and just hit that subscribe button, because whenever we put out and load out new trainings in this members area through our YouTube channel, you'll get notified of that when they go up, and you'll be able to come in and you'll be able to watch those videos. So when you go in your PPH members area, hover over this and subscribe, and that's subscribing to my YouTube channel as well. So you'll get a lot of content. All right. Now, let's jump into the actual training. Let's talk about finding these products that quickly hit $100 per day in sales. There are a couple of elements that we're looking for when it comes to generating sales with a product, okay? So here is our profitable product formula. And I'm going to try my best not to be super OCD about how this looks, because tonight I'm going to go into the studio and film, because my studio guy is here and I have a lot of recording that I want to do. So anyways, what we're going to do is we are going to go over a couple of steps. All right. So step number one, the first thing that we want to have is something, especially if it's a trending type product, right? Is we want something to have that wow factor. All right. So this will stop people in the news feed and make them look right away. All right, so the wow factor, something that really does just stick out, doesn't blend in. This is something that's going to be really, really big for selecting products. It's really just like, it's not even something that people have to immediately know what it is. It just has to look interesting. Like, oh, wait, what is that? That looks weird, right? So having the wow factor is going to be really, really important when it comes to finding products, all right? So the wow factor, I would write that down in your notes. You want to try to find stuff that wows people and immediately makes them stop, all right? Now, the next thing that we want to do is we want to find something that we can mark up, right? So we want to find something that we can mark up probably about 3x. So I would say a high profit margin. All right, we want to find something that we can mark up 3x. So can have a 3x markup on our cost from the drop shipping vendor. All right, so it could be 2 to 3x, but preferably 3x. All right, that is a solid profit margin to have on a product. Now, the other thing that we're going to need, and I've always talked about this, is we're going to have something that has perceived value. So perceived value. All right, so this has to be something that when people see it, they can justify the price for it, right? So we want to make it easy for consumers to justify spending the money on this particular product. So there's a fine line here because you want to have that perceived value, but you want to have that high profit margin, but you also want to give people a good deal. You don't want to rip them off, right? So that's how business works though, is you have to find products at low cost and you have to sell them at a high cost, right? That is business, that's commerce, right? So you have high profit margins, hopefully up to 3x. That's your goal, but 2 to 3x is okay. And then you have to have that perceived value that makes it really easy for consumers to justify spending the money on that particular product. So it has to be positioned as something that is very high quality, or it needs to be something that solves a problem, right? So when you find something that solves a problem for you, then it's really easy to justify spending money on that product. So some of the things that we could talk about in terms of perceived value is it will help with pain and health problems. It will help with beauty, right? And appearance. People justify stuff very, very much so when it comes to beauty and appearance. It's something that can help with safety, right? Of family or pets, right? So these are things that with perceived value are going to hit hard. It would have to be something that will appear luxurious, right? So something that's going to be held to a higher standard, that's going to be luxurious. And also another way to get perceived value is will save time and future money, right? So if you think about things with perceived value and you start looking at A, B, C, D, and E, these are simple things to find. It's easy to find stuff that helps with pain and health, right? As a matter of fact, let me show you something real quick. So I have scoliosis, and y'all might know that y'all might see me over the years as I am like on webcam. Sometimes I'm in this like $2,500 chair that's got like a crazy spine built on the back of it because it helps me for my back. you'll see me just moving a lot. You'll notice me doing this or, or bending my back while I'm on camera because, I have scoliosis and sometimes my back is just, hurts. And so I saw this thing. This is a great example right here. It is a back massager thing, and you turn it on, and you can hear it vibrating, right? And it has this pinpointer, and so during the day, like I can hit my back, right? So I can hit my back or my neck or wherever I'm feeling a little bit of pain because there's been tension on the neck or the muscle. I can hit that, right? And I guarantee this straight up came from China, right? But this solves a problem, right? I know that I probably could have gotten this cheaper if I went straight to Aliexpress and sourced it, whatever it may have been. But there's a website that would handle all that for me and sell it and branded it. And so I got it, right? So I mean, I buy stuff too, right? And I pay premiums and markups for stuff too because it's easy, right? And this was easy to justify because, well, it helps with pain, right? And it also saves me time and helps me make money because if I'm uncomfortable while I'm working because I have some pain in my shoulder or whatever, I'm not going to work as diligently. I'm not going to work as focused, and it's going to take me longer to complete tasks, and it's going to cost me money, right? So I'm going to talk to you about how products like this right here could easily make you $100 per day in sales. So these are products that your average everyday person would want, and these are evergreen style things, but you can hit these profit waves and these trends, and I'm going to show you one tonight. All right, so you've got that wow factor. Like if I saw one of these in an ad and it was like, hitting somebody's, like hitting your arm, and they have like these things where it like just makes, you can see like the vibrations in the skin and everything where it's like waving because it's hitting so hard. Like these are things that have the wow factor. It's just interesting, it's intriguing, right? And then high profit margins, you can get items just like this for a low cost and you can mark them up 2 to 3x easily. And then there's that perceived value. Is everybody with me on this, right? You buy stuff and I buy stuff every single week, every single day, right? That comes from e-commerce stores. All right, so you have the wow factor, high profit margins, and perceived value. Now, right, the next thing that you need to put in here for step number 4 is going to be fresh and trending products. All right, so this is going to be something that has not yet been dominated by the market and other advertisers. Rather is something that is newer, right? So you can crush it out of the gate. So we're looking for a fresh trending product. Now this can be similar to other things that have hit before, but still needs to be a little bit different, okay? So a little bit different. And I'm gonna show you the exact strategy, right? This is pretty cool, and I've never shown this before. So first things first, I love using Google Trends. So if we come over here to Google Trends here, and you can just go there by going to trends.google.com. It's going to show you the stuff that's trending on Google right now, but you can start searching for things. And one thing that I've been seeing a lot of, just because I keep my eyes and ears open, on YouTube, on Facebook, and everywhere, I'm always looking for stuff. Now, clearly, we see all this stuff about, the pandemic and everything right here. You have to actually start searching. One thing that I've seen a lot of stuff about recently is just beauty ads, like tons of beauty ads. So if I go on and I type in, beauty products, all right, it's going to show me that on a scale of 0 to 100, right now, beauty, it looks like beauty is hitting pretty hard right now. People are at home, and I mean, I guess, they're not able to go to the salon as much, like hence my hair. They're not able to go get manicures and stuff like that as much. And so a lot of people are buying products that are at home beauty products, ways to you know, do skincare and whatnot at home because they're not able to go to different places that they're typically used to for consumers to go into a business and get a facial or a therapy or something like that. So one of the things that I've seen as I've dug into beauty products is infrared therapy. All right. Now, infrared therapy is really interesting because it's using it's using infrared lights, right, to treat pain, inflammation. You know, I've seen people talk about acne on their skin. If you have pain in your back or your knee or whatever, I've just lately been seeing all of this hype about infrared therapy. And so I saw like one of these ads on Facebook and I was like, this is weird. This person has all these red, like this mask with red lights all over it, hitting their face. And I was just intrigued, AKA the wow factor, right? So it had that wow factor, right? And then I started looking and I saw that these products, they sell for a lot of money and they have high profit margins. There's also the perceived value there because it can help with pain, right? And health. And of course, it can also help with appearance because it oftentimes can help with skin. And it's a fresh and trending type of product, right? So the first thing I did was I went to Google Trends and I typed in infrared therapy, okay? And over the last 12 months, you can see that it popped off, you know, last year around Q4, settled down, and you can see that it's starting to pop off again. So if I just did last 30 days here, you'll see that it's hit that 100 range, right? 100 being like very, very, very popular, very much high search volume. So now I know that I'm hitting something that's trending and I can go find products in that specific niche and mark them up, put them on my store. So how would we do that? What does that look like? Okay. So first things first, we would come over here to Aliexpress. Okay. Now I could come over here and I could type in infrared therapy and we're going to have 4,176 results that come up. And we can do ships from the United States. It's going to give us 1,200 results. So again, these are vendors that have products in the United States of America, right? Already sitting here that can be shipped out. And we start doing a little bit of research. There's infrared neck massager and therapy tool. There's heating lamps. There are body massagers. There are waist belts. There are seating pads and mats, right? There are so many different things here that you could use. There are socks. So there are so many different things in this trending niche. I want you to think back to what I was talking about last week when we talked about when somebody buys product 1, we want to start marketing to them product 2, product 3, product 4, so on and so forth. If we know that they bought a infrared neck massager, it would stand to reason that they might be interested in the infrared, let's just say, body massager, or it would stand to reason they might be interested in the pain relief infrared pad. So all of a sudden we have all of these different products in the infrared niche that we can start hitting that allow us to build a funnel, right? Buy product 1, then get to 2, to 3, to 4, to 5, and that's going to increase our customers' order value, and it's going to increase their average lifetime value, meaning how much money they spend on our store over a period of time, right? Not just their first purchase, but all of their purchases put together. Another thing that infrared therapy I've read a little bit about, there's infrared hair loss products. I mean, it's just all the hype right now. It's all this infrared hype about how it can do all of this stuff. Does it actually do all of this stuff? I mean, I don't know. Go Google it. There's tons of research on infrared therapy. But here's the cool thing, because a lot of people are hitting infrared stuff, and this is going to lead us down a rabbit hole of finding products. But this is just a quick, hey, check this out. This is something I'm looking at. It's something that is trending right now, and it's just me giving you essentially a gift, right? Saying, check this niche out, find some of these products, and you can go, and I have that high value perception. It's easy to mark these up, and of course, they solve a problem, and right now they're on a profit wave. They're trending right now. But some of the things we like to do is when we go to Aliexpress, and I'm just going to go back for the sake of numbers to ships from anywhere. So it'll give us the 4,000 products. And if you're trying to figure out, okay, Adrian, there's 4,000 products here in the infrared niche, what products are hitting the best right now? I mean, what works the best? What I typically do, and I've always thought this, is I sort it by orders. So there's this little button here that says sort by orders. And you can see that this right here, the self-heating belt therapy pad, it's had 218 orders. This fat burner, whatever that is, has had 153 products sell. And so we can start organizing it this way right here. So like the self-heating belt therapy pad. All right. So this right here looks like maybe it helps people with like wrist pain. This might be something that you market to people who have carpal tunnel, I guess, maybe people that lift weights, and maybe people with arthritis. I don't know. This is just off the top of my head, right? There's 65 customer reviews. So these look, these reviews right here can kind of give you an idea of like what people are using this particular product to. So are for. So you can go through and you can look at all of these. Thumb hole too small, restrain blood flow to thumb. Length too short. So this is someone not too happy with the product. So you want to read these types of reviews. All right. Also, you can go back over to Google where we Googled infrared therapy, and you'll start finding there are some websites that are already selling products. So for example, if we came up here to shopping on Google, we would see that a lot of infrared therapy products are selling for $297, $239, $100. So there's a lot of money in these products. Now, one thing as I'm looking at this that has like that wow factor to me, right, is what the heck is this thing right here with a red light on it that this lady is putting on her face, all right? So this is one of those weird things that does have that wow factor, especially like that shot right there where it looks like this lady's getting some treatment on her skin. And you can see really quickly that the demographic for this is going to be probably, you know, your 35 plus demographic for a product like this, just from the imagery that is used, you know, on their page right here. On their sales page. And you look at their testimonials, right? And you can see over here exactly what demographic is being advertised this product. Okay, so this is called a, what is this? A skin tightening LED device. All right, so we can come back over here and you can probably find something if I look through this more diligently. That would be similar to that, but we could just say a skin light therapy. And this is how you end up down that rabbit hole I was talking about earlier. So immediately you start finding similar devices. Now, one thing that has a wow factor would be like this mask right here. This is something that will definitely give the wow factor, right? So again, a rabbit hole of different products that we could start selling. But if you look here, this is a very similar device as to what was being used before, right? It's a light therapy device. It's got different anti-aging modes on it, and you can see it turns to different colors, and it's got the LED lights on there. And this is $55. And over here on Google, we saw a device on for $300. So easily a $300 markup, right? We could do, let's come over here and be more specific, right? So we could say infrared infrared light therapy face. All right, so when you do infrared light therapy for the face, boom, right here, you've got this rejuvenating product that comes up. And you've got a lot of different products that are going to come up specifically made for the face. Now, this one right here definitely looks a lot more in line with the product that we found on Google. If you take a look at this, right, versus this, wait, not that. This right here, very similar. And we could go in and we can take a look at the video presentation. This is a great store on Aliexpress, very high feedback and a lot of followers. And they have a video here that likely they will let their sellers use. They have images of the packaging. They have images of exactly how this can help and benefit somebody. So out of the gate, you know, I think that this right here looks like a solid product. And what we really want to do though, all right, if we're not looking for something specific, or let's just say that you saw something really hot on Facebook ads and it had tons of comments, tons of likes, and you're seeing ads for it everywhere and it's getting a lot of sales. Remember at the beginning of this, I said there is a strategy to find fresh trending products, right? So that next big thing, right? If you see something that's working already, it's totally fine to duplicate that, right? It's totally cool to duplicate that, and you're likely to see, you know, good results duplicating current success. But what's really awesome is when you can bring something similar but fresh to the market, so you're not experiencing the banner blindness, which would mean people have already seen a lot of ads for the product, they've already bought the product, and the wow factor has fizzled because they've already seen so much of it. Because when something is already hitting and a lot of people are marketing it, what happens is this wow factor decreases, right? The more times you see something on your news feed, the less of the wow factor, you know, that ad is going to present and have, you know, to a person that's on Facebook. Does that make sense? Just say yes if that makes sense. Say yes, yes, yes. Okay, so how would we go about with any niche finding something that's got the wow factor, high profit margins, perceived value, and that is coming off as a fresh and trending product? That's the key. What I just showed you is how I took a niche and I found similar products to something that's already currently trending and found options to build a funnel beyond that. So what I would do is, let's just say I'm looking at infrared light therapy for the face, okay? I would organize this by orders. There's only 125 results here, right? And immediately we start seeing the top sales. Now, for this particular search term, there's just not enough. So let's just do infrared light therapy. That'll give us 1,300 results. We're going to organize this by orders. And again, I'm not seeing, you have to dig a little bit. With this particular search term, nothing that has a boatload of sales. We're looking for stuff that has a lot of sales. So let's just do infrared light. Brings up 11,000 items, but it's not going to be the same stuff we're looking for. I'm just doing this off the cuff, by the way. I did not practice for this or anything. Orders, let's just see if we can make it work with this. Okay, so this one right here has this fat burner ultrasound thing, has 153 sales. So it's got a decent bit of sales. Let's just check it out. All right, so Mojoyce Global Top Store. They've been open for a couple of years. They have 95% feedback, 864 followers. I always look at how many followers a store has, because that means that they've probably got a lot of customers that they fulfill orders for. It's a good determining factor on, is this probably a product or a vendor that will be good at fulfilling products for me if you choose to go direct to the source. And what I'll do is I'll go look in their store. You got to think, if they have a lot of followers, they're always trying to put out products that are new that their drop shippers can destroy and make a lot of money with. So I'm going to click to visit their store, and they have a little bit less followers than I would prefer. I try to find people with a couple of thousand followers, but this is their actual store. Now you're going to notice that they're selling a lot of stuff that is in the beauty niche, like some weird stuff like this right here, this flexible plastic flexion mannequin model thing. Like that to me has the wow factor. It's like, what is this weird thing? Well, obviously it's for people that are practicing doing manicures, right? So anyways, we don't want to just go through all of that. And a lot of people say, what are their top selling products? And they'll go to the top selling thing and try to look at what all their top selling products are. But they also have this new arrivals section, right? Now, the new arrivals section is interesting because these are products that they have just started getting in their their drop servicing warehouse that they can start offering to sellers like myself and like you. These aren't products that are going to have a lot of sales on them already, but they're going to be products that are fresh to the market most likely. Does that make sense? Say yes, yes, yes. And so, like for example, this right here, this LCD massage gun right here, way cooler looking than this. So I'm like, this is cool, but look at that thing. It looks like a weapon of some sort. $23. It's a brand new product. Massage guns sell for over $100. So there's plenty of markup here to get 3x markup in this, and it's a pretty cool tool. But what I'll notice is, right, as I go through these right here, there are a couple of options. So if there are a couple of options of something, like I see 3 options for massage guns, one of them's $88, 2 of them are $26, right? Why would they put 3 different options of the same type of product in here, right? Well, they're new arrivals. Obviously, I think it'll be survival of the fittest here. The ones that sell the most are the ones that will probably stay in stock and be more abundant. So, keep an eye on these. There's 3 pages of new products in here, and we got storms rolling through Mississippi, so my internet is running really, really slow. But then you start to find like massage tools and things like things that you would never think about, but things that have that wow factor. For example, this right here, this neck shoulder massager. This is really cool. A really cool and neat and simple product. A lot of people, if they want the massage, they've got to grab the thing and they've got to do all this themselves. This is a nice, stylish looking device here that's 17 bucks that people can literally just put around their neck and wear it. I thought it was headphones at first, right? And get a massage while they're working, while they're walking, while they're relaxing and reading a book, whatever it may be. Again, these are brand spanking new items that are fresh. So the idea behind this was to, if I come back over here to our notes, was to find stuff that has the wow factor, find stuff that has a high profit margin built in, right? Find things that have perceived value and solve problems for people, right? And try to find products that are fresh and trending, but fresh. You see what I'm saying? That haven't been hit. Like an example of a product that was trending that's not fresh would be a fidget spinner. Like one of the oldest examples in the book is a fidget spinner. Finding products that are new and weird, but cool and helpful, those are what are really going to hit hard on your Facebook ads. Does that make sense? Just again, just go ahead and say yes if you follow me, because I like to go back and look at I look at all the chat logs from this, or the question logs, and try to get a good idea if everybody is following me on everything. So just go ahead and say yes. Let's go over another example. Let's get out of like the infrared niche in general, okay? So let's do this in another niche. I'll show you how to start from scratch with no idea at all. Let's do, how about this? Gardening, a huge niche. So gardening is a massive niche. If I type in gardening, we're gonna have 266,000 results come up. First thing I wanna do, number one, step one, is organize by orders. And when you organize this by orders, you're going to see that you have 5,734 of these decoration glow-in-the-dark pebbles that have sold. Now, I just started doing landscaping at my new house. I've never cared much for landscaping. I don't, you know, I'm usually in my office right here doing stuff like this. But I started looking outside, like as my wife had hired landscapers to come over, and I actually got pretty interested in it. And I was like, well, let's put these trees over here and these plants, or let's put some rocks over there. And I got into it. Like, I'm not out there doing it, but I like to have cool stuff back there. So like things like this are going to be very appealing, not necessarily to people that are into gardening, right? But to people that want to enjoy their backyard or enjoy their front yard, right? And have a really cool environment. So again, just right out of the gate, just typing in gardening, I found something that has the wow factor, something that has a high profit margin, potential that you can 3x, and then something that has perceived value because it's something that you get to enjoy. It's something that can appear luxurious, right? So it ticks the boxes, right? And that's not necessarily something that's fresh because they've sold 5,000 units. So you know people have been selling a lot of that, but it could lead us to something else that is fresh. And I'm going to show you how, and I have no idea if it's going to work in this particular experiment, but that's a part of what we do in e-commerce is we just do some research and click around and discover, you know, really neat things. So I'm going to go to this top product right here that sold 5,734 units and has a 4.7 star rating. All right, so would I sell these on my store? Heck yeah, because they tick all the boxes. Absolutely, I would definitely sell these on my store. They even have a promotional video here that shows you what the products look like, how they glow. It's really neat. A lot of Aliexpress vendors are doing videos now for dropshippers just like us of the products, like real videos that you can use. But here's what I'm really going to look for, okay? So up here at the top, right next to where it says Aliexpress, they have 96% feedback and they have 26,608 followers. If you recall earlier on the other example, I said, you know, they don't really have a lot of followers. They have 800. I'm generally looking for a couple of thousand followers. So this one ticks all the boxes again because this vendor on AliExpress has 26,608 followers. So yes, this product might be a great product to hit. It ticks all the boxes on the wow factor, perceived value, so on and so forth. But clearly, they're selling. A lot of people are selling a lot of this right now. So let's go look at their store by clicking on Store Home. And rather than looking at top selling, let's go look at new arrivals. Now, this may not lead us all the way down the gardening niche because it appears that their store sells a lot of home decor as well. So let me go ahead and just zoom in on the new arrivals. And it just looks like some coffee mugs, thermal mugs. It looks like, yeah, coffee mugs and thermal mugs. I'm not seeing anything really epic right here, honestly. So this is all. So it's missing something, right? Fresh and trending. The formula is try to find products that are getting a lot of sales right now on AliExpress. Go to the vendor's store and look at their new arrivals to see if there are any similar products to what is trending right now, but are newer and fresher. Does that make sense? Say yes. So in this case, we didn't find one, right? But look, here's another vendor that sells the same product. Let's take a look at their store. It's Party Decorative Favors store. All right, so let's go to their store home. Let's look at their, let's see, they don't even have a new arrivals section unless I'm missing product sale, top selling. All right, so they don't even have a new arrival section. And it looks like they've got a lot of random stuff. So that one's not gonna work. So let's jump over here to My Lifestyle store, right? And let's look at new arrivals from their store, see what else that they've gotten in, if there's anything interesting. This, we're just seeing a bunch of thermometers. This is what it's like to do research, right? this product may not lead us necessarily to anything. They don't always do it, but this is a strategy. Here's someone else selling the same product. So let's go to their store, see if they have a new arrival section, because it won't always be there. Nothing in new arrivals. That took us to a bunch of Halloween stuff. So how many of you, though, think that you could go through here on Aliexpress and find products like this, sorting by orders, and just start doing research like I'm doing? Again, this particular thing may not lead to an epic gardening product. As you can see, a lot of these vendors here, they're just selling like really random stuff. So this one might not be super hot for us. That makes sense? Yeah. But this product in general looks like it's probably pretty hot. So let's look at some other things here. As I scroll down here, fairy garden ornament dollhouse. I don't know what the heck that thing is. It looks interesting. It looks like maybe it's just like a little picket fence or something right here. They've sold 861 of these. We can come over here to their new arrivals, and maybe they sell more of, you know, gardening stuff. And you'll see here that, let's see here, they've got some Halloween stuff. They've got like this party solar powered security disco lamp color changing thing. Let's take a look at this. This is a new arrival. You've got this ice bucket drinks color change. Okay, I can start seeing a trend here of things that they feel like are going to work. The remote control waterproof magnet color changing stuff. All right, so I think we might be onto something here. So by just clicking on that one thing in that niche, what we're finding, I'm making a comparison, okay? One of the top selling products for the keyword gardening on AliExpress is what? It's these cool neon glowing rocks that you can put all over the place, right? And by clicking on another top selling product that really is from someone that focuses more on home decor and gardening type stuff, what I was able to do is go to their store, go to their new arrivals, and look what I'm starting to find. More neon style outside products. So for example, if I click on this party solar powered lamp, all right, so it's solar powered, saves money, you don't have to worry about batteries. It's got the wow factor, it's gonna have perceived value, right? For people that wanna have a cool environment outside. These, I guess they float in the pool, so they can float in the pool. They could be hanging out anywhere in the garden or anywhere in your, you know, backyard or front yard. You can put them in the grass like this, and it creates like a really cool environment. So this is one of those weird things, right, that's kind of playing off that #1 selling product in the gardening niche right now. Could this be a $100 per day product? Yeah, absolutely. I 100% believe this could. And you can get it for $8.37, right? Now let's go back, because there are some other options here. This ice bucket for drinks. Now, this one is going to be for people, obviously, that are more likely to entertain. It's $29, so I think you could mark this up easily. If you go to like ledgelounger.com and stuff like that, big high luxurious sites that sell outdoor ice buckets, they're very expensive. But again, it's following a theme. Obviously, there is a market for having the LED and the glow in the backyard, or those rocks that we saw earlier wouldn't have sold tens of thousands of units. As you could see, various vendors are selling 5,000 plus items of that. So this is a great item maybe to test out and have, you know, on your back patio when you're entertaining, whatever, in the house, because it makes things look really cool. Again, not just an average ice bucket, an LED light bucket, LED ice bucket that makes things look really, really cool. So it's got that wow factor. Coming back down here, let's see, I thought I saw something else. Oh, let's hit the back button. Okay, well, these look similar to what we were just looking at, but apparently it's just a different shape. So these are really neat though. So these are, again, those floating, color changing remote LED pool light aquarium. Okay, so these are LED lights that you can put in an aquarium, that you could put in a pool, and I actually think this looks really cool because I got a pool now and I have white lights in it, and I've been talking to people like, how do I get colored lights in my pool? These are really neat and they solve a problem. So once again, solves a problem, high perceived value, luxurious, unique, and simple, right? You got a remote, change the colors. You can put these in your yard. If you don't want to put them in the pool to light things up, you can put them on your deck. So they solve a lot of problems and actually help hit a very, very large target audience. Again, these are not proven products, right? They're not proven because they are new arrivals and we're not able to see if they have any sales data on them. Does that make sense? But what we noticed is one of the top selling products in the gardening niche was an LED style product, some LED rocks that you could put around for landscaping, and then immediately hit new arrivals in that store. And we were able to see other LED style landscaping products that also might hit nicely. The reason that this vendor is putting them in their inventory is because they probably feel like they will do well, right, for the people that are buying those LED rocks. Does that make sense? So this is what we're trying to do here, is we're trying to find fresh products with a high perceived value. All right, let's look at one more. Let's just do let's do one more niche. Let's just try it. Let's go back to beauty. I'm just going to type in beauty. 231,000 products come up when I type in beauty. All right, let's go to orders, and we're going to sort this by orders. These brushes here have had 56,587 orders, but when you see a brush, those don't have that wow factor. So, you know, although makeup brushes sell to a specific market, so obviously they crush. Look at how many sales they've had. But looking again for the wow factor, when I just type in beauty, one of the first things that comes up is these blackhead removal things. And these, again, like this has been a trending product. It's been there, done that. Still does really good sales for a lot of people. But this is something that has already trended and already peaked for the most part. So the question is from this top selling, top trending product, can you find something that's new and fresh that also checks all of the boxes of a successful product? So this store has 381,000 followers. So I imagine they probably got some good products in here. They focus on beauty specifically. So let's go to new arrivals. And this is going to lead us down a path of products that we want to kind of compare to, like I would say the LED product that we looked at earlier, or the blackhead removal product, whatever it may be, like something that is cool, that's unique, that is different. So here is a new blackhead removal machine that they have right here. This one, what makes this one different than the average one is this one looks a little bit more luxurious, and it appears that it's got something that you can do like for suction on your back, like, okay, for cupping. So what makes this blackhead remover unique and fresh and different compared to all the other ones you've been seeing all over the internet? Well, this one will allow you to do cupping, which is a really popular thing. I actually do it. My chiropractor does it to me, which will allow you to do cupping therapy on your back, which is different. So what this does is it expands on the value perception. Again, check this out. Wow factor, I would say these have the wow factor. High profit margins, yes. Perceived value, what boxes do these check? Helps with pain and health, helps with beauty and appearance, helps with luxuriousness, right? And it could save you time and money because typically to get cupping, you have to go to a therapist that can do that, or a chiropractor that can do that. So if I jump back over here and I look at this, it's cool. Cupping is one of those things as the wow factor. So would I sell this as and position it as a blackhead remover machine? Probably not, because that particular angle has been smashed. But cupping is very, very interesting, and it's definitely got that wow factor. So when you have a picture of someone that's getting cupped right here, right, with these weird circles on their back and so on and so forth, then you're going to get people's attention, right? And again, the right people that know what cupping is are going to be interested in this. You're going to get eyeballs, and then you're going to show them what the value is. Does that make sense? Say yes if that makes sense to you. So again, this led us down to something that is different, something that is unique. Their top selling product just only does blackhead removal. That's it, right? And this one right here that we're looking at expands on that. It's a bigger product, so it probably costs a little bit more. It does. And you would position this a little bit differently, and it has more value. So it's going to sell for a lot more than your typical blackhead removing item, right? Does that make sense? So this is the strategy that we use to find products that are likely to go viral, that are fresh, that check all the value boxes, that check the profit margin boxes, and all we do is we follow the trail. Here's another product right here, this facial cleansing brush, right? Which looks really interesting to me. If we scroll through here, we'll probably find some light therapy items. Right now, these uplift, yep, there it is, red LED therapy. I don't even know what the heck this is, but it's got the wow factor. So this is a therapy face slimming vibration massage with light therapy. It's not infrared, but it's light therapy. And again, you know, they have some great images that you can use for this. So there is the wow factor with this particular product. So you'll find yourself selling things that you never thought that you would be selling if you use this strategy. But ultimately, our goal is to make money, right? Our goal is to give people good value, right? Run a good business and a good brand and profit, right? That is what we want to do. And the formula has been the same from the beginning of time, which is wow factor, high profit margin, perceived value, fresh and trending. When I first hit that LED dog collar forever ago, right, which still sells, by the way, the reason it hit is because it had the wow factor. It wasn't a typical dog collar, right? It was a cool looking, fun dog collar. Second reason it hit is because it had a high profit margin. I was getting them for like 85 cents plus shipping and selling them for anywhere from $10 to $19. And they had perceived value because, well, safety of your pet. Plus, it was cool and could have even been luxurious to a lot of people, right? So it had the perceived value box checked, and it was fresh and it was trending, right? So it was fresh and newly trending. So I was able to dominate that right at the go, right? So these are all important tactics. This is a simple 4-step formula that you can go to Aliexpress and you can start searching for. Also, don't forget to, just click around and look at different things. You may have gone in looking for light therapy products, but those light therapy products end up leading you to products like the blackhead removal or the chin strap thing with the light therapy in it, right? The different variations of it. And there's so much stuff in the beauty niche. You could sell all of this stuff on one Shopify store and have an amazing automated funnel that just keeps selling your customers more and more valuable products at good prices, but still profitable prices for you. And this obviously is a good vendor here. They have 300,000 followers for this particular store right here. All right. So I'd love to hear your feedback on if you found this to be a valuable profit power hour tonight. If you like the strategy of finding products that are in a niche that are highly ordered products with a lot of sales, clicking on the store, going to new arrivals, and trying to find new arrival products that are very much like or similar to their top selling product. Different, but similar. So it's got the foundation that it needs to be a top selling product, right? But it's different. So people are going to stop and look at it because it could still have that wow factor that hasn't been fizzled out already by a zillion other marketers. Make sense? Yes? All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna give away some cash money. Your boy always gives away money. Just make sure you go to my Facebook fan page. I'm going to go live on Facebook in about 5 minutes or so. I am going live on Facebook. You've got to go to Facebook on my fan page, which is Adrian Morrison Official. This is what the fan page looks like right here. I have the blue check mark by it. It's never go to Adrian Morrison fan page and think you're on the right page if it doesn't have the blue check. On Instagram, I'm verified, and on Facebook, I'm verified. On Twitter, I'm verified, and hopefully soon YouTube. I just haven't traditionally done a lot there. So look for the blue check mark. I'm gonna go live, and you'll be able to see me, ready to hang out with you guys, answer questions, and I'd love to hear your feedback on tonight's webinar and tonight's strategy, and if you feel like it could help lead you to that next big winning product for you. So go to my Facebook fan page right now. You can find that at facebook.com/Adrian Morrison Official. So you gotta have the official at the end of it. That link is gonna be right here at the top right, facebook.com/Adrian Morrison Official, right there under my social media. And remember, if you haven't yet, make sure that you apply to be in our All-Star program. So if you have not yet gotten in our All-Star program, once a month, what we'll do is we will release a, we're gonna do a free giveaway to one student. All you have to do is have at least one sale. So if you go to PPHallstars.com, fill out the application, you can enter to win the Student of the Month contest. And essentially, I'm gonna choose one person a month. You'll be the All-Star Student of the Month. I'm gonna give away some free prizes and free perks to you. All you have to do is go there, PPHallstars.com on the bottom, and apply and have at least one sale. Show me that you've done something. You got one sale and you apply and you are qualified, okay? And I'm gonna choose them randomly each month starting next month. And then obviously if you've hit at least $10,000 in sales, then you qualify to be in my success program 10K club. That's at profitph.com/success. So if you go there, you'll see a video of me and I'll be able to hook you up with some swag if you're in the 10K club, 50K club, 100K club, 100M club. I'm gonna be able to send you these fresh t-shirts and some other gear that we put together and reward you for your success. You just have to go to the link I just showed you, which is right here, profitph.com/success, and apply and prove to us that you hit the next tier. And we want to put you on our success wall. We want to send you some epic stuff. And then also, if you want to apply to be the Student of the Month, which is the fun random contest we do, PPHallstars.com, which is going to take you to this page right here. You'll see another video of me that doesn't have a network error, but one that actually plays. And you can submit your application to be our All-Star Student of the Month. That is completely random. So it'll be really, really fun. I'm excited to bring this program back to the light, and you'll see that we will post you as a Student of the Month on the wall as well. All right, let's go to my Facebook fan page. Let's chat. I want to hear your feedback about tonight's training and this 4-step strategy, hitting $100 a day and finding products that can absolutely crush it, that are fresh, that are coming off of a trending product that will, I think be easier for you to generate, or anyone to generate sales from, okay? Love you all. I will see you on my Facebook page. Again, that link is facebook.com/Adrian Morrison Official. Hit me up there. Let's go live. Let's give away some money, and let's get some feedback on tonight's webinar. I'll see you there, and if I don't see you there, I'll see you here next week, same place, same time on the Profit Power Hour. Good night, y'all.